the Tri-State Sports Leader. This is WGEM Sports.
It was a busy day for sports in the Tri-State, so I won't waste any more time. We start our journey tonight with a trip to Pike County, Illinois. There we had the Pleasant Hill Wolves hosting the Brown County Hornets. The Wolves, they came ready to play from the jump. First frame, Gavin Crowder on the bump. He blows this one by the Brown County batter for the punch-out. Hornets came to sting, though, a few innings later. Colin Detrell laces this ball, and that one's as good as gone over the left field fence. He trot around the bases for the 3-run blast. Couple batters later, Matt Boylan to the dish, showing off his power. He sends this one into the fan and watches it sail over the outfield fence as well. It was bombs away for Brown County tonight. Looking to lock things down on the defensive side. Pitching was stellar, and that helped the Hornets come away with the 14-0 victory over Pleasant Hill Western. About 30 minutes away, Grigsville Perry, they were hosting North Greene on the softball dirt. Tornadoes down 7-2, but Mariska Schuerman gets the rally going, sending this pitch into the gap into left center field. Runner would make her way around third, and she would show off her muscles at second base after the big hit. Later that inning, Aisley Wayman with a hard hit ground ball up the middle. She'd beat out the throw to first, and one run would come in to score. Tornadoes weren't done cutting the deficit. Josie Bradshaw with a high flying ball into center. Outfielder able to make the grab, but the runner from third would tag up and make her way home. There wouldn't be much scoring after that for GP. When it's all over, North Greene would get back on track and defeat Grigsville Perry 17-4. More softball action. Camp Point gets the victory over Western 8-1. Liberty shuts out Beardstown 7-0. And Illini West edges out Astoria 3-2. On the baseball diamond, a thriller up in Carthage. Illini West defeats Pittsfield 10-9. Ethan Carlisle with the walk-off single there. Liberty defeats Beardstown 10-0. Rushville defeats Athens 10-7. Camp Point defeats Southeastern 13-0. Connor Griffin with the no-hitter right there. And across the river in Missouri, Highland gets the win over Louisiana 7-4. North Shelby shuts out Nalvingers 10-0. Monroe City takes down South Shelby 5-1. And Canton gets the win over Clopton 8-4.